The sun's surface glows at 5,500 degrees Celsius, but its core exceeds 15 million. Solar flares release more energy than all human activity in a year. Mercury's day is longer than its year. Venus's thick clouds trap heat strong enough to melt lead. Earth is the only known planet where plate tectonics continuously recycle crust. The Moon moves away from Earth about 3.8 centimeters per year. A lunar eclipse can last almost 2 hours. Mars' sky glows blue at sunset, not red. Jupiter has at least 95 known moons. Saturn's density is so low it could float in water. Uranus has rings made of dark icy dust. Neptune's moon Triton orbits backward, opposite its planet's rotation. Pluto's nitrogen ice flows like glaciers on Earth. The Sun accounts for 99.86% of the solar system's total mass. Light takes 43 minutes to reach Jupiter from the Sun. The Milky Way rotates once every 225 million years. The center of our galaxy emits radio waves from a supermassive black hole. Astronomers detect exoplanets by the dimming of starlight. Thousands of exoplanets have already been confirmed. Some planets orbit so close to their stars that a year lasts less than a day. Others orbit 2 suns, creating double sunrises. Space between galaxies expands faster than light can travel. The cosmic microwave background is the afterglow of creation. The early universe was filled with hydrogen mist and darkness. Stars formed from collapsing clouds of gas and dust. Every second, a star somewhere in the universe is born. The brightest stars can outshine entire galaxies. Neutron stars spin so fast they emit rhythmic radio pulses. Black holes can evaporate slowly through Hawking radiation. Gravitational waves stretch and squeeze space-time itself. The Moon's gravity causes Earth's tides. Without the Moon, Earth's tilt and climate would be chaotic. The night sky we see is ancient light, a cosmic memory. The nearest star system, Alpha Centauri, is 4.37 light-years away. Proxima Centauri has a planet within its habitable zone. Meteorites have carried amino acids, the ingredients of life, to Earth. Cosmic dust constantly falls through our atmosphere. The Hubble telescope has taken over 1 million observations. The James Webb telescope can detect heat from planets hundreds of light-years away. The observable universe may contain 10 to the power of 80 atoms. Dark matter shapes galaxies like an invisible skeleton. Dark energy drives the accelerating expansion of space. The universe could expand forever, or eventually collapse. Some theories suggest infinite parallel universes. Space is never completely silent. Radiation hums everywhere. Cosmic rays strike your body about once per second. The sun's corona stretches millions of kilometers into space. A single neutron star can outweigh the entire human population 1 trillion times. The largest known black hole could fit 20 solar systems inside its event horizon. If Earth were the size of a grain of sand, the Sun would be a large orange a few meters away. And Alpha Centauri, another orange, 800 kilometers distant. Earth's rotation slows by about 1.7 milliseconds every century. The magnetic field protects life from cosmic radiation. The inner core spins slightly faster than the rest of Earth. Earthquakes can make the entire planet ring like a bell. The highest wind speed ever recorded on Earth was 408 kilometers per hour. The Pacific Ocean is shrinking by a few centimeters each year. The Atlantic Ocean grows wider at the same rate. The Amazon rainforest cycles more carbon than any other ecosystem. About half the world's oxygen comes from microscopic ocean plankton. The ocean floor contains mountain ranges longer than any on land. The Mariana Trench is so deep that pressure there is over 1,000 times that at sea level. Some volcanic eruptions cool Earth by spreading aerosols in the atmosphere. Lightning can fuse sand into glass tubes called fulgurites. Rainbows always form opposite the sun's position. The color white contains all wavelengths of visible light. Ice is less dense than liquid water, a rare property that preserves life in winter. Antarctica holds about 60% of the world's fresh water. The Arctic Ocean freezes every winter and melts every summer. Hurricanes lose strength once they move over land. Earth's atmosphere is 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 1% everything else. Air pressure at sea level is about 101,325 pascals. The troposphere contains nearly all weather phenomena. The stratosphere's ozone absorbs ultraviolet radiation. The mesosphere burns up meteors before they reach the surface. The thermosphere glows with auroras. The exosphere blends into outer space. A cubic meter of air contains roughly 10 to the 25th power molecules. The average human breathes 11,000 liters of air per day. Ocean currents regulate Earth's climate by moving heat around. Coral reefs form limestone skeletons that grow millimeters per year. Earth's biodiversity peaks in tropical rainforests. Desert ecosystems are among the most fragile on Earth. Permafrost stores twice as much carbon as the atmosphere. Volcanoes create new land faster than erosion removes it. Rivers carry billions of tons of sediment to the ocean annually. Glaciers carve valleys and fjords as they move. The Sahara receives less than 25 millimeters of rain yearly. Some deserts are cold, covered with snow instead of sand. Each grain of sand once came from a larger rock, broken by time. Soil hosts more organisms than any rainforest canopy. Mycorrhizal fungi form underground networks linking trees. The smell after rain, petrichor, comes from bacterial compounds. The Antarctic ice sheet could raise sea levels by 60 meters if fully melted. The jet stream moves faster in winter than in summer. Global lightning strikes about 100 times per second. The atmosphere scatters blue light best, which is why the sky is blue. At sunrise and sunset, sunlight travels through thicker air, turning red. Every snowflake has 6 sides due to water's molecular structure. Tsunamis travel up to 800 kilometers per hour in deep water. Volcano lightning occurs when ash particles collide and charge the air. The first life appeared on Earth more than 3.5 billion years ago. DNA contains instructions to build every part of a living organism. Every person's DNA would fill 200 phone books if printed. Human bodies contain 37 trillion cells, each a tiny universe. The brain has about 86 billion neurons. A single neuron can connect to thousands of others. Electrical impulses travel through nerves up to 430 kilometers per hour. The heart beats about 100,000 times per day. Blood makes a full circuit through the body in under a minute. Lungs expose as much surface area as a tennis court. Skin replaces itself every 27 days. Bone marrow produces 2 million red blood cells every second. The liver performs over 500 vital functions. Your body produces enough heat in 30 minutes to boil a liter of water. The human eye can distinguish about 10 million colors. Tears contain natural antibacterial enzymes. Hair grows about 1.2 centimeters per month. Taste buds live about 10 days before renewing. Fingernails grow faster than toenails. Your gut bacteria weigh about 2 kilograms. There are more bacteria in your mouth than people on Earth. Your body replaces most of its atoms every few years. Some animals, like planarians, can regenerate entire bodies from fragments. Axolotls can regrow limbs, eyes, and even parts of their brain. Sharks have been on Earth longer than trees. Crocodiles haven't changed much in 200 million years. Whales evolved from land mammals. Birds are direct descendants of dinosaurs. Frogs absorb water through their skin instead of drinking. Bats are the only mammals capable of true flight. Owls can rotate their heads 270 degrees. Penguins mate for life. Bees can recognize human faces. Ants communicate using scent trails of pheromones. Octopuses use color changes to express mood. Some fish create sounds to attract mates. Coral polyps capture tiny prey with stinging tentacles. Fungi are more closely related to animals than to plants. Some fungi can control the behavior of insects. Bacteria make up much of the ocean's biomass. Algae produce at least half of Earth's oxygen. Trees communicate stress through chemical signals. The oldest known tree is nearly 5,000 years old. Seeds from ancient tombs have sprouted after thousands of years. The Sun is halfway through its 10 billion year life cycle. Mercury has almost no atmosphere, so its craters remain untouched for eons. Venus's clouds rain sulfuric acid, but it evaporates before reaching the ground. Earth is the densest planet in the solar system. Mars has the largest dust storms in the solar system. Jupiter's magnetosphere is so large, it would appear bigger than the moon in our sky if visible. Saturn's moon Enceladus sprays water into space through icy geysers. Uranus's moons are named after characters from Shakespeare and Pope. Neptune's magnetic field flips direction every few days. Pluto's orbit sometimes brings it closer to the Sun than Neptune. A year on Jupiter equals nearly 12 Earth years. The Kuiper Belt contains dwarf planets, comets, and icy debris. Earth's orbit wobbles slightly every 100,000 years, affecting ice ages. Our solar system travels around the Milky Way at 230 kilometers per second. The Milky Way and Andromeda will merge into Milkdromeda. Interstellar space begins where solar wind fades into galactic gas. Cosmic rays constantly pass through Earth's atmosphere. The Moon was likely formed by a collision with a Mars-sized body. Spacesuits have up to 14 layers of protective material. Astronauts lose about 1% of bone mass per month in orbit. The Sun's light takes just over 8 minutes to reach us. Solar storms can disrupt GPS and radio signals on Earth. A single coronal mass ejection can release 1 billion tons of plasma. The Sun's core fuses 620 million metric tons of hydrogen every second. Light travels 299,792 kilometers each second. The cosmic constant. Time slows for astronauts moving quickly relative to Earth. Gravity on Mars is 38% of Earth's. Jupiter's day lasts only 9.9 hours. Saturn's moon Titan has rivers and lakes made of methane. Neptune completes one orbit of the Sun every 165 years. Comets develop two tails, dust and gas. Meteor showers come from Earth-crossing comet debris trails. Earth's magnetosphere shields us from solar radiation. Auroras are strongest during solar maximum. The universe's expansion is accelerating, not slowing. Dark energy fills the space between galaxies. Some stars orbit each other so closely, they share an envelope. White dwarfs are the collapsed cores of Sun-like stars. Supernova remnants seed galaxies with heavy elements. Black holes can merge, producing ripples in space-time. The fastest known star travels 8% the speed of light. Neutron stars can have mountains only millimeters tall due to immense gravity. There may be planets made entirely of diamond. A pulsar's beam can flash hundreds of times per second. Space is almost perfectly empty, 1 atom per cubic centimeter. The observable universe may hold 2 trillion galaxies. The farthest detected galaxy emitted light 13.5 billion years ago. The cosmic microwave background is 2.7 Kelvin, almost absolute zero. The universe is mostly invisible. 95% dark energy and dark matter. Some rogue planets drift through space without a star. Earth's magnetic poles have reversed hundreds of times. The planet's core is about as hot as the sun's surface. Ocean tides move entire coastlines by centimeters daily. The highest waterfall, Angel Falls, drops nearly a kilometer. The Dead Sea is 10 times saltier than the ocean. Earth's rotation gradually slows due to tidal friction. The Pacific Plate is moving northwest at about 10 centimeters per year. Earthquakes release energy equivalent to thousands of atomic bombs. Volcanic ash can circle the globe within weeks. About 90% of volcanic activity occurs underwater. The Sahara Desert grows and shrinks with changing climate cycles. The Amazon rainforest produces its own rainfall. Antarctica doubles in size each winter as sea ice forms. Lightning hits Earth roughly 8 million times per day. Thunder is the rapid expansion of air from a lightning bolt. A rainbow's colors always appear in the same order. Fog can weigh as much as 100 tons over a small valley. The jet stream can move faster than 400 kilometers per hour. Ice crystals create halos and sundogs around the sun. Earth's crust contains about 1% of its total mass. The oldest oceanic crust is only 200 million years old. The oldest continental rocks are over 4 billion years old. Glaciers store nearly 70% of Earth's fresh water. Coral reefs cover less than 1% of the ocean floor, but host 25% of marine life. The Mariana Trench is deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Waves can travel thousands of kilometers without breaking. The average ocean depth is nearly 4 kilometers. The Arctic Ocean freezes for most of the year. Hurricanes derive their energy from warm seawater. Tornadoes can last from seconds to over an hour. Earth's atmosphere extends thousands of kilometers into space. Air pressure drops by half every 5.5 kilometers upward. Volcanoes release both carbon dioxide and water vapor. The ozone layer blocks 97% of harmful UV radiation. Permafrost covers about 15% of Earth's land surface. Methane is over 25 times more potent than CO2 as a greenhouse gas. Forests act as natural carbon sinks. Trees produce oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide simultaneously. Wildfires can generate lightning through rising ash. Icebergs can be older than recorded history. Desert sands can travel across oceans by wind. Rivers carry dissolved minerals to the sea continuously. Mountains erode into plains that may later rise again. Earthquakes can permanently shift landscapes. The Himalayas rise a few millimeters every year. Some caves form underwater as sea levels fall and rise. The color of seawater depends on plankton, sediment, and depth. Ocean salinity averages 3.5%. Bioluminescent plankton light up tropical shores at night. The atmosphere scatters blue light, making the sky blue. Sunsets appear red because light travels farther through air. The northern and southern lights mirror one another across hemispheres. Earth's gravity slightly varies with terrain. The equator experiences nearly 12 hours of sunlight year-round. The poles endure months of darkness followed by endless daylight. Seasons reverse between hemispheres. A total solar eclipse occurs somewhere on Earth every 18 months. Air currents distribute heat, linking all climates. Oceans regulate temperature more efficiently than land. Earth's life thrives within a narrow range of temperature and chemistry. Life exists from deep-sea vents to high mountain peaks. Extremophales survive in boiling acid and polar ice alike. DNA holds instructions for building every protein in the body. Cells reproduce through division, mitosis or meiosis. The average human has about 37 trillion cells. Red blood cells circulate for about 4 months before recycling. Neurons can fire up to 1,000 times per second. Your brain produces enough energy to power a small light bulb. The heart pumps roughly 7,500 liters of blood each day. The lungs have a total surface area of 70 square meters. Bones contain living tissue that constantly rebuilds. The cornea of the eye contains no blood vessels. Your sense of balance depends on fluid movement in the inner ear. Smell is the only sense that connects directly to emotion centers in the brain. Hair and nails are made of keratin. Fingernails grow faster than toenails. The stomach secretes acid strong enough to dissolve zinc. Skin is the body's largest organ. The immune system remembers every infection it defeats. The brain consumes about 20% of the body's oxygen. Atoms are mostly empty space surrounded by energy fields. Protons and neutrons are built from quarks. Electrons orbit probabilistically, not like planets. Quantum tunneling allows particles to cross barriers they shouldn't. Entropy always increases in closed systems. Temperature measures average kinetic energy of particles. Light travels slower in water than in air. Sound travels 4 times faster in water than air. Gravity bends the path of light. Gravitational lensing. Magnetic poles always exist in pairs, north and south. Energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. Friction converts motion into heat. Pressure increases with depth in liquids. Water expands by 9% when freezing. Ice melts under pressure. That's how skates glide. Helium becomes superfluid below 2 Kelvin. The color of metal depends on how its electrons reflect light. Plasma is the most common state of visible matter in the universe. The speed of sound increases with temperature. Newton's laws describe motion in classical mechanics. Relativity replaces them when speeds approach light. The universe has a maximum speed, light. Quantum entanglement links particles instantly, regardless of distance. Time slows down near strong gravitational fields. E equals mc squared links mass and energy directly.